The following is a presentation of WPIX Sports, winner of the Emmy Award for Outstanding Sports Coverage.
Holy cow, what a shot, and that's going gone!
This is New York Yankees baseball, live on the WB Channel 11.
From Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, WPIX Sports presents New York Yankees baseball. Tonight, the Yankees face the Boston Red Sox. The starting pitchers for tonight's game are Roger Clemens for the Red Sox and Jimmy Key for the Yankees. And hello, everybody. I'm Bobby Murcer along with Rick Cerone. The Scooter will be with us a little bit later on. Well, the Yankees faced the Boston Red Sox tonight, but it was Baltimore who was in town for a big four-game series, and they leave the Bronx with a split, and they are very happy about that. But Jimmy Key is hot and healthy right now, and Rick Cerone, he's had some pretty good stats the last couple of starts.
Yeah, actually he's coming off his best start of the season against Minnesota last Wednesday. Had the good moving fastball again. Here he freezes Cordova on a strike away. Then the good changeup to Knobloch induces Hollins to hit the double play ball. So more what we expect from Jimmy Key. Nice line for the ball game, but did not get the win. Here's what he's done in his recent two starts, 1-0, 2-1-3. That's what we expect from Jimmy Key. 12-6 lifetime against the Red Sox.
Well, last two starts for Jimmy Key was good, but some fuel left, I guess, in the Rockets' arm. He's 15-8 lifetime against the Yankees, but I don't know that his record really reflects the way he has been pitching.
He's pitched very well. They think he should have 10, 11 wins by now. The one shocking stat is the 51 base on balls. But talking to Rocket before, he said, hey, it's a 2-1 ball game. I got to pitch tough. I don't want to give the cookie right down the middle. He's got a lot of no decisions recently. He even said he had a no decision in the father-kids game.
Well, the Red Sox have played some pretty poor baseball. In fact, their pitching has been atrocious, and also their fielding.
Big difference from last year. leading the league last year by 4 games, now trailing the Yankees by 13. The one that jumps out at you, the ERA, 5.5 runs a ball game. 12th worst in the American League. So big difference from 1 year ago.
And it's 13 games back, the Red Sox are, of the New York Yankees, but they've got a familiar face on this Red Sox roster, and it's Mike Stanley. You had a chance to talk to him.
I talked to Mike about a lot of different things, most recently about the difference from last year to this year with this Red Sox pitching staff.
Well, it's been difficult because I wasn't here last year when everything was going well, and that's tough for me to get inside of somebody's head, whether it's a position player or a pitcher, to find out what made them click last year or what made the chemistry so good last year in the clubhouse that allowed them to win, because obviously we know that we got a good enough team to win here. We're just not getting it done.
And Clemens' numbers 3 and 6, but he's pitched a lot better than that.
He's pitched tremendously well this year. He's gotten 0 run support. You know, has pitched, well, giving up 1 run here, 1 run there. Next thing you know, he's down 4-0 or something, and we're not able to score any runs for him. But he could easily have 7, 8, maybe 9 wins.
Special feeling coming back to Yankee Stadium. You had 3 great years for the Yankees.
It was just being in the city today, walking around, seeing all the sights, and then coming to the seeing some of the fans outside and signing on the same side I always signed when I was here, and just seeing some of these guys here that I played with for 3 years I didn't get a chance to see in spring training.
Well, no matter what the standings reflect, if it's 13 games back the Boston Red Sox are of the New York Yankees, forget about it. It's always a great series, and we're going to have it right here on WPIX when we come back.
Brought to you by Dodge. Fry, Valentin, and Vaughn, Canseco, Nehring, and Stanley, Jefferson, Malave, and Kingsley in center field.
All right, we're ready to go. Mr. Cerone done the lineups for you. And the first pitch of the ball game is strike 1 call. I was just about to ask you, Cerone, how to pronounce that name, M-A-L-A-V-E, and you helped me out. Malave?
From the minor league days, Jose Malave.
Malave. Jose, I was wrong. I didn't get it right. Malave, okay. Foul tip, and it got Joe Girardi that time.
Jimmy Key's numbers really struggled early in the year. They didn't even expect him to be pitching. So this is where they really counted for Jimmy Key. From July 1st on, he's had 2 good starts in a row, coming off his best start in Minnesota.
Just missed a little bit inside. You mentioned that was his best outing of the year, and it really was. I mean, last time he pitched.
Went 7 strong innings against the Twins. I like the Twins lineup. They can beat you a lot of different ways.
Sure can. Jeff Fry hitting .239, no homers, 5 RBIs, and lines one in center field for a base hit. Now that's what you call a hanging curveball, Cerone.
Little breaking ball up in the strike zone. And if we remember earlier in the year, it was the breaking ball that seems to be getting Jimmy Key in trouble.
Yep.
Again, he just doesn't finish it. It stays up in the middle part of the plate. And
served right out there.
Good news on Jimmy Leyritz. He's listed day to day. The bone scan that he had on his wrist came back negative.
Oh, that's great. Now that is good. And the first pitch to John Valentin outside, ball 1. This is a dangerous hitter, hitting .282, 10 homers, 38 runs batted in.
Over 100 RBIs last year for the Red Sox. That shortstop position.
And he got off to a slow start this year. He's picked up. And a foul back out of play, 1-1.
Grew up right in Jersey City, New Jersey. Went to Seton Hall University.
A lot of Seton Hallers here tonight.
Back to back.
Yep.
Valentin and Vaughn. It's nice to see those guys.
And Cerone.
And Cerone.
Graduate. There he is.
There's Mo.
I don't know how he hits when he falls across the plate when he swings. A little low. 2 balls and a strike.
The amazing thing about Valentin, there's Vaughn. And he's got his forearm pad. But Valentin was a walk-on at Seton Hall.
No kidding.
Walked on. Really could play great defense. They never expected him to hit as much as he is now. He's become a bona fide RBI man in that lineup.
And Fry gets back easily. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Still chewing the back. They don't read those papers. They don't read those medical reports, Cerone.
That looks like a big wad of gum. That's what
I
we're
hope
hoping.
so. Bouncer could be 2. There's 1. And there's 2. Beautifully fed by Jeter. Oh, over to Andy Fox. And Andy Fox has really improved, hasn't he?
How about 6'4" second baseman that stays in there on the double play? But you got it right, Scooter. It was the feed from Jeter. Watch this nice soft feed right above the belt. I guess as a middle infielder, you know you like it up there high.
Yep. Look at that. Oh, that is beautiful.
But Fox's agility for a 6'4" guy is incredible.
Well, we got a couple of 6'4"s out there. Probably the biggest double play combination in the majors. Oh, Vaughn hits a towering drive to center. Let's see. No, it's going to stay in the ballpark. Whoa. Holy cow. A little shaky there. Nothing across. Middle of the first. It's the Red Sox, nothing, and the Yankees coming to bat.
You buy Budweiser, official sponsor of the 1996 Olympic Summer Games. This Bud's for you. Buy the Money Store, where you can refinance your home and consolidate your bills with just one phone call. Buy Hertz. For business, for pleasure, nobody does it exactly like Hertz. And buy Nobody Beats the Wiz for state-of-the-art home electronics, computers, cameras, music, movies, and more. Nobody beats the Wiz.
What's going on here, Cerone? This kid looks like a good artist down there.
That kid is a pretty good artist on the mound, too. Roger Clemens. Let's take a look at the lineups brought to you by Dodge. It'll be Boggs, Girardi, and O'Neill. Bernie Williams in that 4th spot again. Tino Martinez at first base hitting 5th. Ruben Sierra gets the start in left field. Mike Aldretti, the DH, batting 7th. Derek Jeter and Andy Fox, the second baseman, batting 9th. And the defense brought to you by Nissan. Jefferson, Tinsley, Malave in the outfield. Naring, Valentin, Fry, Vaughn, and Stanley behind the plate for Rocket Roger Clemens.
Now, it was great, that interview you had with Mike Stanley. All the Yankee fans remember him, and they all loved him. I mean, he had 3 great years here. First pitch is low to Wade Boggs. Well, teammates not too long ago, and now not enemies, but antagonists. Boggs batting .339, 2 homers and 26 runs batted in. 2 balls, no strikes. That's not a typical Roger Clemens record we saw up there when they
3-6.
Yep.
Could be a lot better than that. He's pitched in some tough luck. His last 4 starts, he's pitched well into the 7th and 8th innings with no decisions.
Yeah, that's what Stanley was saying. Low, 3 balls, no strike. I have to make an apology here. My good friend Felix Grucci called Debbie Timon, the director of marketing here at the stadium, to inform me that I was wrong about them moving out of town. They're building a facility in Virginia to expand their operation to the south. And ball 4 on 4 straight pitches. Their headquarters will remain, though, in Brookhaven, which has been their home for the past 135 years. I don't want to get the Grucci people mad at me. I love their fireworks display. All right, Joe Girardi, the batter. Girardi surprising everybody. Well, not himself. Batting .285. No homers, 18 runs batted in. And a threat to steal.
9 for 9 in stolen bases.
Cerone's got the record of those catches, boy.
Can't miss a trick with the catches.
Nope. Let's see. Girardi can usually go to right field. Takes a strike.
That was the one stat I noticed on Clemens, the 51 walks, now 52 walking hogs. He said he's been in so many close ball games that he didn't want to give a cookie. And you didn't.
That's what you mean by a cookie.
Yeah, fastball down the middle in a 2-1 ball game, where especially in Fenway Park, somebody can hurt you.
I'd never heard that expression before. Oh, bounced it to short. No, he beat it out, though. That's that little bit of speed extra that he's got. Save the double play.
Also, it looked like Valentin stayed back on that ball just a hair. Remember how Jeter charged the ball?
Yeah.
It just looked like he hesitated just a little bit. They don't expect the catcher to get down that line that fast.
That's right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He had that one step back, and that's what cost him. All right, Paul O'Neill will be the batter. O'Neill is Valentin. Finger out of the glove. That's everybody uses that now. Keeps from getting a bone bruise on the bottom part of the finger. O'Neill hitting .319, 7 homers, 49 runs batted in. Low and away, ball 1.
Little split finger from Clemens. He's still the same pitcher, power pitcher. When I caught him with the Red Sox, to me he was the best power control pitcher I ever caught. He could pinpoint his fastball and used a good split finger for a strikeout pitch.
Oh, right in on the hands. Good pitch there. 1 ball, 1 strike. No score here in the bottom of the first. Turned out to be a beautiful day, late afternoon and this evening and into nighttime. A little foggy this morning.
You looked at O'Neill's numbers, 2 for 8. Doesn't seem like that's 250. The Yankee hitters do not have good numbers career-wise against Clemens.
No.
Clemens 9-2 at Yankee Stadium. Just like yesterday, David Wells had good success pitching here. Clemens is another guy, likes to pitch here at Yankee Stadium. Talks about using center field. He wants the hitters to hit the ball to center field because it's so big.
If he can do that, he's going to make himself a winner. But it's strange that Wells and Clemens like to pitch here in the stadium. With the left-handed power, the Yankees have down the line, but curving foul back into the stands. A ball and 2 strikes. And Girardi heads back to first base. Well, Arthur Richmond would like us to wish a happy birthday to Betty Karasek in Kingston, Pennsylvania. Great town, Kingston. Frank Guido up there. Got a beautiful restaurant right on the Hudson. One man out. And he goes down after that foul, but it's going to go into the seats and out of play.
The one thing with the Yankees, the way they've manufactured runs this year, stealing more bases, hitting and running a little more, squeezing, doing all the little things it takes to win games. Behind the plate, Mike Stanley's had a tough year throwing out runners. Only 5 of 54. He's thrown. That's 9%. That's a tough time. Now, you got to have help from your pitchers, but sometimes a catcher's arm strength can make up for that.
Mike was never nearly that bad as the Yankees. And a little soft liner, and Girardi's going to be doubled up. They got him. Beautiful play by the big guy at first base. Double play. Girardi got off the bag a little too far. So at the end of one full inning, the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Ball is brought to you by the new Dodge. See your local Dodge dealer today.
All right, here's a man we haven't seen. Well, we haven't seen the Red Sox at all this year.
It's funny. I mean, July 1st, and you haven't faced the Red Sox yet.
But Canseco with that swing. He's batting .302, 24 home runs, and 58 runs batted in, so he's coming along. And the shift is on. Julio Castabile has called. He called for the shift.
Right
outside.
From the camera booth upstairs here. Julio said we got a shift on Canseco. He's some kind of hot right now. Those 24 home runs. The last 2 months he's hit over 10 home runs in each month. I mean, that is hot.
That is hot. He is strong. He gets a hold of it. Going to go out any puck. There's a good strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike.
This is what we haven't seen from Jimmy Keys. See that little late movement? That's what he's been trying to get all season long.
Low and away. 3 balls and a strike. No score. Top of the second. He is not throwing hard so far, but he's in pretty good control. And nice look at the only guy on the right side of the infield, and he hits it right at him. Holy cow. What a break for the Yankees there. Nice play.
Little cue shot on the changeup. Look at that. You're right. Nobody else on that side of the diamond, but right at Tino Martinez.
If he gets by him, it's a double.
Look at this. And the short hop.
The short hop, yep. All right, a big out there. There's Tino Martinez. Boy, the fans have really come to love him. You hardly hear anything about Matting. And I still got a hunch Matting is going to come back to the Yankees before the no word, no official word, just something I dream of at night.
Well, actually,
strike one.
They've been talking about a left-hand hitter off the bench.
I know it.
So I think that's where you're coming from.
That's exactly. Low 1-1. Naring's having another fine year. 341. 12 homers and 42 runs batted in. Well, they found a gem at third base, I'll tell you that. Good curveball, but a little bit low, I guess. 2 balls and a strike.
Excuse me, Scooter, when you talk to their coaching staff, Jim Rice and Tim Johnson, guys that I've played with, they rave about Naring. They said, this guy's not on the All-Star team. It's a shame.
Oh, man. Nice play by Keith. Well, when you're in position, as he is, if we see that again, all those great pitches, they're ready to field the ball when they throw, and their back's not turned. Made it look easy. Watch this.
Releases the ball, and you're right. He
becomes
the infielder. Yesterday we talked about Mendoza not finishing and getting in fielding position. Jimmy Keys in perfect position.
Listen to this hand for Stanley. I mean, he was a big favorite. Now that is
class.
Very unusual. A lot of class by the Yankee fan. Look at him. He's going to start giving him a standing ovation. And Jimmy Keys very nicely steps back to let Stanley drink all this in. He felt so bad when he was let go and went to the Red Sox. Here's, look at, always in our hearts. I tell you, this is really some display by the Yankee fans. So Stanley ought to reciprocate by just popping out and hitting a ground ball.
And what I was going to say, if you're Jimmy Key, you better throw him a little changeup away because you know he's all pumped up and he wants to juice a ball.
That's right. Blown away, 1-1.
The thing that made Mike so successful his 3 years here with the Yankees was the power he showed to right center field.
Isn't that something?
Took advantage of the porch, hit big home runs.
Yep. Ooh, I'm glad he didn't go after that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Because that was away.
Well, see, now if you're Jimmy Key, you start expanding the strike zone.
Yep.
Al Clark is giving you that outside
didn't like that.
part.
You're right.
Take advantage of it.
All right, let's see if he does it again. Oh, he came inside. He was going to get Stanley leaning a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Top of the second, no score. Jimmy Key, the master, out on the mound. He rips one, but right at the left fielder, and that's it. Sierra makes it 3 up, 3 down at the end of an inning and a half. Red Sox nothing, Yankees nothing. You know, after that game, Cerone, as we look at number 5 out there, along with number 3 and number 7, all 3 great ball players, Ruth, DiMaggio, and Mantle. But after that second game of the doubleheader, somebody swiped Joe's bat, the bat he had been using almost all through the streak. And boy, I tell you, the papers came out with a thing, a reward or television. It wasn't television at that time, 41. Radio, shortwave radio, I think it was. But they went around and they finally got the bat back.
They got the bat back.
They got the bat back. Whoever took it brought it back because word got around. I think a lot of DiMaggio's friends said, let word out, we want that bat back. That's all he had to say. Oh, look at that ball sink on Bernie Williams.
Good split finger. So Bernie. The word got out. He wanted the bat back, and he got it.
And he got it. Low.
Hit another 12 more games.
No, 22 more, 25 more games. 41, 44, and 22. 22 games.
Your math is getting pretty bad now. Wait a minute.
I'm getting nervous.
12 more.
56.
44 and 12. 56. Now, see, Stanley, how many times?
He used to get hit all the time.
All the time.
I know it.
And watch. He's back in Yankee Stadium. Oh, welcome back, Mike.
But he didn't put the bare hand out that he used to do. You see that? Oh, man. He got... What is it with him? He gets hit so many times.
That is like a Mike Tyson.
All right, let's get back to this.
Yeah, he had a 44 game.
And 12. You're right. Okay,
12.
That's 56. I don't know why I was trying to get Joe an extra 10 games. What's so bad about that? Foul. No, down the left field line. And grabbed out there in left field by Reggie Jefferson. After this 56-game hitting streak was stopped, he hit in 16 more straight games. Imagine what that would have been. Out of the Pacific Coast League, he hit something like almost 72 consecutive games.
Unbelievable. I think that's the one record, 56 games in a row. I don't think they're going to.
No, that's the toughest one. Yeah, I mean, I never thought they'd break Ruth's record. Never thought they'd break the.
I would add Nolan Ryan's strikeout mark.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, Martinez, 284, 13 homers, 60 RBIs. Well, Ripken breaking Lou Gehrig's consecutive game playing streak. I mean, that was unbelievable. You know, that ball was almost by Bernie Williams when he hit it. I mean, that's how strong that kid's getting. Foul upstairs and out of play.
You really have to get to a guy. There's Bernie Williams. But you really have to get to a guy like Clemens early. Don't let him get in a
settle down.
pattern.
That's right.
He gets tougher as the game goes along. Doesn't like to shave the day he pitches.
He does look rough. Bounce to the second base. And Fry throws him out. 2 away. Clemens doesn't look too heavy. Remember, for a while there, he
is in real good shape. I said, what are you doing? Metrics? That's like the new fad now where you lose weight and body fat. And he said, no, just working hard. He's got playing with them. His workout routine was unbelievable.
Yeah?
Oh, man. He was on his own program, but he worked 10 times harder than any other guy on the team.
Like Steve Carlton, huh? He had a dandy from what I hear. Foul back upstairs, Ruben Sierra. Now in batting practice, I was watching Sierra. He was close to the plate and stepping straight and not in the bucket.
That's all he really needs to do.
I know it, and he was hitting balls in the seats in the center field bleachers. Hey, there he stepped straight in on that one. But he didn't swing. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's see what happens here. Maybe this is the new Sierra. Let's see. Yeah.
Actually, that's 2 or 3 pitches in a row now that he's stepping straight towards the pitcher, and that's what you want him to do. You get better plate coverage.
Look at that. That is unbelievable.
We have not seen him do that from the left side. From the right side, he's a little better.
A little better, yes. Oh, boy. And, yeah, he certainly needs all the help he can get. But I tell you, in bat is Chris Chambliss, who... Oh, he had a good cut at that. He went a little bit in the bucket that time. He's got a lot to do with the lifting of the leg. If he doesn't time that just right,
well, see, we did a feature earlier in the year. We showed his leg kick and Paul O'Neill's leg kick.
Oh, yeah, he's much higher.
He's higher and he drifts towards the pitcher. O'Neill just picks his front foot up and replaces it.
In the hole and grab by Fry. Throws him out. A good play, good hustling by Sierra. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 2. It's the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Nothing score. Here now, the American Express road notes. Yankees playing well on the road. Red Sox struggling. 12-16 coming into tonight. 13th worst in the American League. That's part of the reasons the collapse from last year.
Oh, yeah. It's a shame, too. You like to see them up there. It's always such a great rivalry with the Yankees and the Red Sox. Here's Reggie Jefferson. Is this kid for real? 379, 8 homers, 27 runs batted in.
2 home runs yesterday's ball game. Used to be a switch hitter when he first came up to the big leagues, but now he's strictly left-handed.
Did he come up with the Red Sox? Oh, drives one to center field, but Bernie Williams right there. Bernie got a good jump that time. 1 man out. By the way, we're really happy to learn that Kevin Lawn was recently named to the first All-State lacrosse team in New Jersey. You talk about a tough sport. His dad is Jack Lawn, former vice president of the New York Yankees. Congratulations. All-star there.
Yeah, congratulations to Wade Boggs.
Who else on the Yankees?
So far as a starter, just the starting team has been named. Congratulations, well deserved.
Yep. Well, he's become a Gold Glover since he came to the Yankees. He wasn't a Gold Glover with the Red Sox, I don't believe. Strike 1 to Jose Malave. Did I say that right?
Very good. Julio's very impressed. The other starters for the American League, Ivan Rodriguez, the catcher, will start. Frank Thomas at first base. Roberto Alomar will be the starting second baseman. Cal Ripken and Wade Boggs. But here's what we think. The Yankees all-stars, and I think they're your everyday players. You'd have to add Mariano Rivera to that list, and maybe a John Wetland to that list also.
Yeah.
And Andy Pettitte. Well,
oh my God,
he's got the most wins in the American League. So, you know, tough decisions. I wouldn't like to be the manager of that team.
No,
it's got to be tough to, because you have to take one
player from each at least. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out. I think he threw him the fastball. Got it right by him. Oh, Jimmy Key.
Got the fastball up in the strike zone. Malave swings right through the ball. Big home run numbers in the minor leagues. Has not shown that power so far for the Red Sox.
And the 9th hitter, Lee Tinsley. Center fielder batting .328, but no homers and 7 runs batted in. Strike 1.
Notice a lot better, Scooter, a lot better control from Jimmy Key so far. Hitting the outside part of the plate, keeping the hitters honest inside with a couple of fastballs.
Oh, I tell you, it took him a while to get back in this groove. There's a foul backing out of play. 0-2. By the way, there's the skipper, Mr. Kennedy of the Red Sox.
On top of the world last year.
Isn't that something?
It's amazing. Some moves work for you, other moves don't work for you. Red Sox really struggled defensively early in the season.
I think Stanley had a good take on it, what have you. He says, we've got the talent, but I don't know, the mix wasn't there yet this year.
Old pitching coach for the Yankees, Sammy Ellis.
I thought he looked familiar. Yes, oh, just outside. He'd have walked away if he had called that strike 3.
Well, you try to see how far the umpire is going to give you. See, now that's about 6 inches out. Clark says, no, that's a little too far away.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire Al Clark. Strike 3. Oh, he threw the left arm and called a strikeout. He can't believe it. That's it. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 2.5. Red Sox nothing, Yankees nothing.
Beck's beer, the #1 imported German beer. Nice look at Yankee Stadium from our center field camera.
The only thing bad about that is the disappointing crowd.
And here's Jim Lehrer.
How do you like that?
I told you that Gene Monahan's that magic ointment that he puts on overnight works.
Certainly did there. And the first pitch is strike 1 to Mike Aldretti. Aldretti batting 169, 3 homers, 8 runs batted in. And a grounder to short. They get him by a step. 1 away.
Valentin, the shortstop, made some early errors for the Red Sox, but really has been playing some nice defense of late. That's what he was known for at Seton Hall, his defense,
that's what you said.
Not his bat.
Seton Hall he went to school, Mike. Rick Cerone, the big guy at first base, Mo Vaughn, a lot of
Biggio.
Oh, Biggio, what a good-looking young kid he is. Had a chance to talk with him down at Joe and Joyce Valentino's delicatessen down in Spring Lake. Great. I mean, it was really something. He looked like a little choir boy, you know. He's got a baby face.
Young kid. You know, the funny thing, I brought my daughter to the Seton Hall baseball camp. At Seton Hall, we had Mo Vaughn, Biggio, Valentin, myself, and you had to see Biggio had just signed back with Houston.
Oh, yes.
And Vaughn and Biggio, Vaughn and Valentin getting all over Biggio, saying, man, if I get a chance to come back and play for the Yankees or the Mets, I'm coming back here. Well, Mo goes ahead and signs the big contract extension with the Red Sox. The only one that's left is Valentin. He's still not signed after this year. But it was fun. Imagine at Seton Hall you have 3 guys like that in your camp.
No, that is something. Fly ball, let's see, is it playable? Yep. And it's a fair ball, too. But it's out. He caught it. 2 men out.
You know, that, Scooter, that's the thing I've noticed through my daughter's eyes.
Yeah.
How much an impact the players have on kids today. You know what I mean?
Very
when I was a
point,
player, you take things for granted. But you watch my daughter Jessica, who's going to be 9 years old. She idolizes. She knows Wade Boggs' every stat. She knows. I mean, it's unbelievable to see it through their eyes. It makes you realize how important and what an impact you have on the kids today.
No, I think it's great. And that's what, well, there's a sign for Fox with a bullseye there. Andy Fox batting 198, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. And you hate to see kids disappointed in their heroes, you know? And almost all the ball players are, you know, all-American kids, and they want to be. Things are a little tough right now.
It seems like when you get away from the game for a while, you reflect on playing 16 years in the major leagues, and you say, hey, These kids, they idolize. There might be their only time they're at Yankee Stadium.
That's
you may
right.
wave to them, and they'll carry it the rest of their life.
Yep. That's a good ball player. That's Gerald Williams. He's always talking about hitting and stepping in and inside. 2 balls and a strike. Before it gets too late, Cerone, we got to announce a 100th birthday to Tony Nastasio from Staten Island. He'll be going to bed pretty soon. He celebrated his birthday on June 19th. Happy birthday, Tony. I had my picture taken with him 5 years ago when he was only 95, a youngster then. He looks a little like me, doesn't he? A little better, a little healthier. 100 years old. Right down Broadway, 3-2. You know, Willie Miranda is in the hospital down in Washington, D.C. His brother Fausto Miranda, great reporter and writer. There's a line grab by Naring. Beautiful time play. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 3, it's the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing. Fresh Delta Sky Miles credit card. Red Sox will be here tomorrow at 7:30 and Wednesday at 1 on MSG. Then Milwaukee Thursday at 1. Friday at 7:30, both on WPIX. Saturday 7:30 MSG and Sunday 1:30 on WPIX. We have with us well, Murcer. Oh, I got to introduce Murcer.
Well, you don't have to.
Yes, I do.
No, you
Bobby
don't.
Murcer is going to take over from now.
No, I'm not. We got the great coach.
I know it.
Rick Pitino here with us.
Won everything. Rick was great. I tell you, you look like a little kid, you know.
I feel like I'm 93.
Yeah, I can imagine what you went through, but that was really something. So you like Kentucky, huh?
I do. I've had a wonderful 7 years. And you know you like a place when it feels like it's 7 months and not 7 years.
Well, I want to tell you what you gave up for not leaving Kentucky. Holy
That
cow.
just shows you money is not everything. You
No,
got to be
that's
happy
true.
within your heart what you want to do.
Oh.
Well, it's important, I think, you know, when you grow up and you don't have it. When I was coaching at Boston University making $16,500, it was obviously an important factor in your life when you're raising a family. But when you make a good living, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't come into play. Only winning as a coach comes into play.
You know, I thought one of the most important things that you said, I mean, the thing that really touched me was that Coach Pitino said, the kids mean more to me, and I just felt like that I owed them something because they put so much faith in me. So I thought that was very
they've given
well
me
said.
a dream. Every coach dreams of winning a championship, and they've given me the dream by winning a championship. The players win the championship, and they gave me the dream of a lifetime. And I committed myself to about 2 or 3 players, told them I'd be there. And a player can turn around and leave a coach because they have no money. They're not being compensated at all. And for them, it has to be a business decision. A coach makes a decision from his heart, an emotional one. And certainly there's no better place to live if you're a New Yorker in the greater metropolitan area. But I visit so much, see my family. For me, Kentucky's the best place.
No, it is great because I used to get down there. Earl Combs was from Louisville, Kentucky, which is not too far.
Right. And Pee Wee Reese.
Pee Wee Reese.
He lives there. And
I mean, it is really great. I mean,
Good, you're doing play-by-play.
no, you're doing it. No.
Oh, I am?
Oh, sir, I did 3 innings already. You want me to do 6
Well,
innings?
there's one away here in the top of the 4th inning, and this is John Valentin. Hey, Coach, great rivalry between the Yankees and the Red Sox has been for years and years and years. Tell us a little bit about your rivalries that you have with Kentucky.
well, Louisville and Indiana are our 2 biggest rivals. Now Arkansas coming into the SEC is a tremendous rival. But, you know, I went to about 15 to 20 games a season, Yankee games a season growing up. My grandmother lived 1 train stop here in the Bronx. I saw you play quite often, but I could remember the days when I was coming with Q Beckett short and Cletus Boyer and Bobby Richards second, certainly Elston Howard and Johnny Blanchard, and Even going back as far as Moose Scarron, seeing him and Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris. And
hey, he's
Hector
a Yankee
Lopez
fan. He's
Not as young as we thought he was.
But I went to a lot of games, and as a kid growing up.
Did you play baseball besides
yes,
basketball?
Yes, I did. I played baseball, sandlot baseball, and then realized, went into basketball, and was definitely going to play professional basketball. And I'm very upset at my dad to this day, God rest his soul, because I started shaving in 7th grade. He never told me Italians stopped growing in 7th grade as well. So it killed my basketball playing days.
Mo Vaughn, one of the most dangerous hitters in all of baseball.
That's a good story.
24 home runs and 73 RBIs for the big lefty. 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. No score. Yankees and the Red Sox. Only 1 hit in the game. And Jimmy Key tries it one more time inside. That's what you have to do to Mo Vaughn. I mean, you don't want him to get those hands extended. He's got that uppercut swing anyway. He looks for the ball out over the plate, and he likes it down low so he can send it long and far.
How about Mo Vaughn? Did he deserve the MVP? I know he was terrific over Albert Bell last year. What was your...
Well, obviously he had all the great numbers along with Albert Bell, but Mo Vaughn, you know, it's a close call, but I think Mo Vaughn certainly deserved the most valuable player. But I think Albert Bell could have obviously gotten the most valuable player award too.
Given 2 of them out.
Could have been a
MVP.
Yep.
I can't understand how Vaughn hits the ball so hard. He kind of falls across home plate as he swings.
Well, he dives into the ball.
Yeah, he really does.
And he's got that tremendous uppercut swing. You don't see too many hitters, too many successful hitters that have that big uppercut swing like Mo has, but he certainly gets the job done, obviously. And there it is. Kind of off the end of the bat, but Bernie is there in shallow center field. There's 2 away. And here comes another big guy, Jose Canseco.
He's having a terrific year, isn't he?
No, he is. He's really starting. You got any good prospects coming, Coach?
We got a transfer from Manhattan College named Hishimu Evans, who we're very happy with, and we signed the best player in Canada, Jamal McGlure, 6'11". He reminds me of a young Alonzo Mourning.
Oh boy!
And we lost 4 draft choices the other night.
Oh.
Which I was very happy inside. And
oh, you mean when they signed with the pros?
Right, with the
yeah,
NBA
that's
draft.
right. Well, that shows what talent you had on your team down there.
Walter McCarty, as you know, was drafted by the New York Knickerbockers, and he's 6'10", 6'11". I thought the Knicks really had the best draft. I thought they had the most on 3 terrific players. Dante Jones from Mississippi State, John Wallace from Syracuse, and the kid that we had, Walter McCarty, who has great upside. The only problem with they all play really the same position. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen.
Too, yep.
They maybe play Wallace a little bit more at small forward or McCarty at small forward and switch them up since Mason Oakley are getting on. We say players are old in the NBA when they become 33 and 34. So it's interesting.
1-1 count to Jose Canseco. 2 away, 1 man on.
You like that 3-point play, don't you?
I do. We didn't shoot it as much this year. We became more inside oriented, but I do like it, and I like it now in the pros because they moved the line in. It's more of a factor in the NBA.
It's going to be great. Yep.
And Quan Walker was drafted by the Celtics.
Celtics as the 6th pick. Tony Delk, 16th pick of the Hornets, and then Mark Pope in the 2nd round by the Indiana Pacers.
Oh, big swing and a miss right there. Look at Canseco. He almost twisted himself out of the batter's ball. Well, he did.
He's going on the DL list now.
Well, by the way, a big guy like Jose, when he takes a big swing like this, he could wrench his back.
Whoa!
You don't like to laugh, but I mean, he does swing hard.
I mean, Jimmy Key really sits well against a big lineup like this because Jimmy's the type of pitcher. You can see Jimmy Leyritz having fun with that too, but kind of pitcher that keeps all these big hitters off balance.
Boy, he's way down there. He's got that Pete Rose stance now.
Oh, this time he tries to come inside and just misses, so it'll be 3 balls, 2 strikes. The runner will be off for this pitch. Canseco with 24 home runs, and has really gotten hot as of late, especially with the home run ball. I hate to start a story with 2 outs, but I always wanted to ask you about what the difference was in managing, coaching a professional team as compared to a college ball club. Pops this one up towards the right side.
Bob, the fundamentals are pretty much the same you teach. One is 100 games, the other could be 35 games, but you know, I motivated the Kentucky guys the same way every day. You try to give them their organization of 15 minutes of fast break, 15 minutes of half-court offense, half-court defense. And then the pros, you motivate the same way. You get the guys together and you give them the same 15 minutes, and you look Patrick Ewing in the eyes and say, Patrick, what do you feel like doing today? So
I love an honest coach.
So the motivation changes a little bit from level to level.
I got you. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Top of the 4th. The runner's off. And the pitch on the inside corner. Canseco looks at it, shakes his head at Al Clark. I can't believe it. Jimmy Key comes up with a big strikeout. The Red Sox are gone. Coach, thanks for coming by and visiting with us. Much continued great success in Kentucky.
Bob. Thank you very much.
Rick, good to see you.
It's an honor to speak with you. Thank you.
And watch Canseco on the strikeout. He was full looking for the ball away, and Key hits the inside corner. And look at the look on Canseco's face, which is good. I mean, he smiles, he's mad, but oh, now he's really letting off steam in the dugout. He didn't want to look at him. If he did that, he would have been kicked out of the game. But boy, he is, man, mercy. I never saw that before. Look at him.
Well, when you get a call strike that you don't think is a strike in a key situation, you get a little bit frustrated. Jimmy Key's happy. Wade Boggs leading it off for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Worst thing about the designated hitter, when you have a call like that on you, you get to go back and think about it a little bit more than when you're playing. So he's got plenty of time to think about it now, and he's still mad.
Oh, man.
2 balls, no strikes to Boggs. That's a strike. 2-1. Boggs walked and then was forced at second base. So Boggsy now 339. Congratulations to Wade Boggs on his vote in on the starting third base job for the All-Star game. Down low, ball 3-1. No, I heard you and Rick talking earlier, Scooter, about Wade Boggs. He's won a couple of Gold Gloves since he's been with the Yankees. Didn't win any Gold Gloves. Wasn't even thought of as a defensive third baseman when he was with the Red Sox.
That's right.
But he was always fairly solid. And when he came over here, ball 4 to Boggs, when he came over here, the first thing that we were looking for was how bad was he going to play it.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
And we never have experienced that yet.
Nope. We're going to take a look at the Beck's trivia question. Who surpassed Lou Gehrig's record of 3 consecutive seasons with 200 hits and 100 walks? Well, a hint. Okay.
So Boggs is on for the second time via the walk, and Joe Girardi will step in.
Look at
Jose still talking. Who's he talking to there? Who is that?
I don't know.
He always set by somebody.
One of his countrymen.
One of his countrymen who doesn't really want to hear what you got to say, but you'll just kind of appease him and placate him and just shake your head once in a while. Let him do all the talking. Girardi bounced into a fielder's choice. That's strike 1. So it's 0-1 to Girardi. And Joe Torre continues to shuffle his lineup depending on the games and depending on who's pitching. He's got Girardi batting second. He's had Derek Jeter a couple of times batting in the second spot. Don Zimmer and Joe Torre.
Joe Torre.
2 pretty good baseball men right there. Breaking ball misses. Blowing outside.
Zimmer's great to have around. He's helped Joe relax and take a little load off his duties. Eddie Layton trying to get the crowd started playing a tarantelle for Joe Girardi. Little Italian music.
And the runner goes. The pitch is swung on.
Oh,
good play by Valentin at shortstop, and his only play is at first base. So Boggs moves into second on the hit and run.
He had to play it like that, and even to get the runner at first. Usually on artificial surface you see this play. Good jump by Boggs. Look at that. It's all timing to hold the glove at the right spot. That's
when you reach no man's land. I mean, you get caught in between that short hop And the only thing you can do is to keep coming and hope the ball flies into your glove. And that's what happened to Valentine. So O'Neill will get a chance with Boggs down at second base, one away.
Yeah, that was a good slider by Clemens. O'Neill must have taken his eye off the ball because it wasn't that bad.
Well, at least the hitters know that Al Clark has a pretty wide strike zone tonight. So as long as he's consistent in that area, they will know that they've got a swing. Clemens tries the inside corner but misses. O'Neill batting .318, 7 home runs, 49 RBIs. Boggs down at second. He'd like to make it 50 right here. No score between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Bobby Murcer along with the scooter, Phil Rizzuto. A beautiful, beautiful evening for baseball here in the Bronx.
Oh, that was a good strike, too. He must be moving his head because he missed. He should not argue on that, on either one of those pitches.
He's jumping inside.
Yeah, look at.
Yeah, that's a good pitch by Clemens.
Yep.
See, he jumped inside. He jumped at it a little bit. He was looking for the ball away. Either that or they just want to complain with Al Clark. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bernie Williams on deck. And he jams him. So Clemens stayed inside with the hard stuff on Paul O'Neill. Boggs will move to third and is 2 away.
He is hot again.
So Bernie will get a chance. Bernie flied out to left field his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. The Yankees have yet to get a base hit off of Clemens.
Wow. I didn't realize that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Red Sox. 3 zeros for the Yankees. Well, he was lucky to block that ball that time. He put the glove down the wrong way and it just bounced up and he boxed it.
By the way, Mike told me before today's ball game to tell you hello.
No,
he said,
good.
Where's the scooter at? And I said, well, he's up doing his homework for today's ball game. And he said, well, do me a favor and tell him I said hello, will you? Of course, Mike's got a lot of great friends around Yankee Stadium.
Oh, yes.
The pitch down low and outside, so it's 2-0.
But you notice that on the last 2 pitches, he catches the ball that way when it's down low.
Those catchers always checking the eyes of the hitter.
Yep.
The pitch down low and outside, so it's 3-0.
I think he's being very extra careful with Bernie. He knows he's the hot man on the Yankees right now. Although Chino's not doing too badly either behind him.
Tino Martinez on deck. This is outside, ball 4. So the Yankees with runners at first and third now. And the scruffy Rocket.
Looks like he's a little upset, huh?
Well, you know, there were a couple of pitches that may have been borderline, but the way Stanley is catching it, you know, he's going down with the ball. So I don't know if he's talking about that or whatever, but a lot of times the umpire will see which way the glove is going and they'll just presume that it's low by the way the catcher catches it.
All right.
So Tino, who leads the Yankees in RBIs, will get a chance with a couple of men on and 2 outs. He's 0 for 1. Right down Broadway. That graphic may have rushed Martinez a little bit. They got him 0 for 2. he's in his second and bat, but he's only 0 for 1 unless they're anticipating something. Joe Torre flashing a few signs. And Wade holding at third. Bernie I've seen that play work a couple of times, but normally it doesn't work.
No. Now, Cerone was reading the stats about Stanley having trouble throwing runners out at second base.
Another pitch foul back and out of play. So it's no balls, 2 strikes to Martinez. Ruben Sierra on deck. Well, the one thing about it now, you may see Bernie go now, but I think Bernie wanted to give Tino a better shot at driving a ball between first and second, with the first baseman holding the runner on. But now with 2 strikes, you got to protect yourself, so you can't worry about it. There goes Bernie. And the pitch on the inside corner, strike 3. And another batter complaining to Al Clark, but those pitches appear to be perfect pitches on the inside and outside corner. The Yankees are gone. They leave a couple of men on. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning. Still no score.
All right, let's see what we got going here. Look at this. You know, they use this legendary ink. They use this to send to all the schools how not to play shortstop and get your feet crossed
Well, what are
up.
you talking about? My feet
and
are
your
in perfect
arms
position.
They're not. You got your
Do you think I
left
have
foot and back of the right foot.
Do you think I have the ball in my glove?
Well, I don't know about that. That was sleight of hand. I don't think you got it.
But I may have been trying to skip out of the way of a baseball, too, by the way. Where's the ball? See, I may be trying to get out of the way of it.
Yeah, pretty good footwork there, Mercer.
When you get to be my age, they put legendary up there.
That's it.
Top of the 5th inning. No score between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Tim Derrick leads it off for the Bo Sox.
Surprised, yeah, Mercer?
Oh, I can't believe that. Mike Stanley and Reggie Jefferson to follow. Jimmy Key has given up only 1 base hit, and that was the leadoff guy, Jeff Fry, back in the 1st inning. Yankees still looking for their first base hit. Soft liner right to Andy Fox, 1 down.
Strange game because each team has just been up. But well, they went 9 men in the first 3 innings for each team. And as you mentioned, no base hits. There was a walk by Clemens.
And Mike Stanley, who lined sharply to Ruben in left field. So Stanley 0 for 1. You know, I really enjoy, and I know you do too, Scooter, a pitching duel like Roger Clemens and Jimmy Key. And Jimmy is healthy. Roger is healthy right now. But 2 different styles of pitching. You got the power pitcher in the Rocket, and you've got the finesse pitcher in Jimmy Key.
No, it is great. A lot of people don't appreciate low-scoring games and pitching duels, like Mercer just mentioned there. But I mean, that's a lot of artistry in the. I mean, Key makes it look so easy, but that ball is moving, and he's got them leaning one way and pitching the other way. Okay, they was looking lean out, and got it on the inside corner.
That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
But both ball clubs, good offensive ball clubs, and you can just see, and you know that if they make a mistake, it could cost them the ball.
Yep.
And Jimmy Key and Roger knows that. Oh, another pitch.
Man, that was the same
just
spot.
Missing inside. Now it's 1-2.
This one just as close to that last one.
Surprisingly, Jimmy Key with 3 strikeouts, and Roger only has 1. Foul back and out of play. Normally, I don't know if this to be a fact. I didn't get a chance to talk to Kevin Kennedy about it, but Hasselman, the other catcher, normally catches Roger Clemens.
Oh.
And tonight, as you look at Kennedy and Sammy Ellis looking on, normally maybe it's just a tribute to Mike Stanley starting at Yankee Stadium.
That's right, too. Yeah, could very well be.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Check that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Stanley 1 away here in the 5th inning. Pretty good crowd on hand for this Red Sox-Yankee game. And there's the second base hit for the Red Sox. A 3-2 pitch lashed into center field. So Stanley with his first base hit. That'll bring up Reggie Jefferson.
Yeah, he waited on this just right. He had to reach out to get it, but strong enough to get it through the infield.
Do you think, you know, as many times as Stanley caught Jimmy Key, do you think that they know pretty much how they pitch different guys?
I think so.
They have a better idea when they go to the plate what they're going to see?
I certainly do.
Could be true. Reggie Jefferson, who lined hard to Williams in center. Big swing. Young man batting .377, 8 home runs and 27 RBIs. One of their other outfielders, Kevin Mitchell, on the disabled list. Jefferson plays left. Jam shot foul.
He really jammed on that one, didn't he?
So Key will work in front of Jefferson, 0-2. 5-game hitting streak on the line. Look at those numbers. You talk about somebody's hot. Oh, the breaking ball just stuns Jefferson.
Boy, that did hypnotize him, didn't it? He couldn't move the bat off his shoulder.
Great pitch by Jimmy Key. The big looping curveball. And no way Jefferson can pull the trigger. See, he's already. Oh, no. That is a sick feeling. I've had that happen to me many times. And 4 strikeouts now for Jimmy. And that'll bring up Jose Malave. Thank you, Dulio. Good outside corner pitch, strike 1, 1-1. Mike Stanley is not a threat at first base. Martinez will hold him on. Well hit into center field. Coming on is Bernie. He gets there before it sinks in front of him. So the Red Sox are gone, and Jimmy Key is on target tonight, along with the Rocket. Roger Clemens, the Yankees coming up. No score.
Today's trivia question brought to you by WPIX. Who surpassed Lou Gehrig's record of 3 consecutive seasons with 200 hits and 100 walks? They gave you a hint. They showed him at first base right after it. Wade Boggs, 1986, 1989. The hitman, Wade Boggs.
Go ahead, Scooter.
No, I was going to say next week I'm going to talk about a tournament I was in up at Oak Lane Country Club in Connecticut. But today, Mercer and I played one at Fiddler's Elbow with the Jeep Eagle dealers. And I happened to play with the president of that operation, Larry Begnall from Kingston, New York, and his son Brian Begnall, who could really hit that ball. And this fella, it's got some story. Tom Loria, he is the brother-in-law of Larry Begnall, and he played with Spec Shea up in a tournament, got a hole-in-one and won a car.
You've got to be kidding.
The next week he played in a tournament out at Wingfoot, won that with low gross, got beautiful set of antique golf clubs. Whoa, boy.
Broken bat single for Ruben Sierra, and I mean, it just shattered it. The barrel of the bat went towards Roger, and then over here on the right side is the bat boys picking up the remainder parts of the bat.
I don't know whether the ball hit Clemens on his pitching hand or not. Stanley's out there.
I don't think it hit him, but that's the first base hit for the Yankees. Take another look at it. Cut off the end of the bat.
Oh, his foot it might have hit. You know, we had a great shot of Sierra before, and he's stepping straight into the ball now tonight.
He's a little closer to the plate and striding in. Normally he bails away. So Aldretti will get a chance to hit. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No score. The Yankees coming up their first base hit in that Sierra single.
Got to finish that story now. He'll probably get a base hit.
Yeah, keep it up. I know.
Okay. Anyway, after he won that set of antique golf clubs out in Wingfoot, He was with Doubleday Company, and they let him go. Oh, he's heartbroken. I mean,
Really?
22 years he had been with them. They're restructuring their organization.
I see.
They didn't call it a firing. They said we're restructuring.
You're not talking about the Mets.
No. Well, yeah, Doubleday, yeah.
Well, but I mean, you're not talking about he wasn't working for the Mets, right?
No, he was working for the book company.
Oh, hey, Rizzuto, you keep talking about the error around second. He's going to go to third, and the Yankees are going to have runners at first and third. Nobody out here at the bottom of the fifth.
How do you like that?
Back-to-back base hits by the Yankees, leading it off here in the fifth inning. You need to tell us more. I mean, you've got the Yankees going now.
I didn't quite
Sounds
get
like a pretty good story, too.
Yeah, it was a good story. It's a shame about this. I mean, he is quite concerned. He's got 2 of his children in college and 2 in high school and ready to go to college. And Sierra's really showing his the way he was when he first broke in.
So the Yankees and Derek Jeter at the plate. There's Ruben, nobody out, and Willie continuing to remind Ruben about certain things he should or should not do. Down low, ball 1 to Derek.
And Derek's a good man to have up. You know what he's done a lot this year, Mercer? Hit with runners at third and less than 2 out, like Roy White. Long sacrifice fly. I remember Roy had a great eye for that, to get those runners in.
Roy almost got him in about every time with less than 2 outs. A jam shot. They're going to hold the runner. Andretti will move to second. They'll throw Jeter out, so there's 1 away. Now the Yankees have runners at second and third. Andy Fox will be the batter. We'll see. Obviously, Andy Fox will get a shot to hit here with Wade Boggs on deck. Normally, Derek will look to take the ball the opposite way in that situation.
Yes,
I think that is.
I think they jammed him, though. That was a tough pitch.
It was a jam shot, but in that situation, if you're going to see, I always like to see a young hitter or a good hitter always zones and gets at least one good pitch that he can drive before he swings. So if there's a pitch like that that he doesn't like, see how he gets in.
Oh, he was jammed.
Now, if you're looking for a pitch in there, you won't get jammed like that.
Yeah, it's unusual. He usually comes through in the clutch. Well, you know what happened? I wasn't talking about my 4th man on our team.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Gary Hendrickson, and he's from Newark, Delaware.
New York?
No, Newark. N-E-W-A-R-K, like Newark, New Jersey, except they pronounce it Newark.
Infield in, and Andy Fox squared the bunt.
And I felt sorry for him. He was a Phillies fan.
Well, the Phillies, they've got their problems, too.
Oh, yes.
And Roger Clemens seems to be in a bit of a jam here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Infield is in. 1 man out. 2 men on for the Yankees. Outside ball 2-2-0. Wade Boggs on deck for the Yanks. I got a chance in that Jeep Eagle golf tournament we played today. I got a chance to play with John Nugent, who is president of Grand Prix Performance Limited dealership out in Long Island.
It was a tough day for golf, Mercer.
Chopper foul off the right side. What do you mean?
Well, it had rained a lot and the course was very wet. Ball with no roll.
I know. Normally I get a lot of roll on my drives, and today they were stopping dead right at 300 yards.
Yeah. Oh, at 300 yards.
I mean, it was unbelievable that my ball was backing up. I mean, I'd see it leave, and about 300 yards down, it just hit and kind of had a little bit of backspin on it. That's how soft it was. 2 balls and a strike to Andy Fox. Here comes the runner. The squeeze is on, and Stanley makes a heck of a play. Look at Roger there. To pat Stanley on the back. He dropped the ball momentarily. And then he picks it up and puts the tag on Sierra. Andy Fox misses the pitch, and there's 2 away.
There's nothing Sierra could do, but Fox, you've got to get just a little piece of the ball. It was on the ground almost.
I thought he fouled the ball. I thought he fouled it back.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Great play by Stanley, though. I mean, they showed me something there.
On a 2-1 pitch.
All right, he's not out of it yet.
Aldretti moves to third, but there's 2 away.
Can you imagine throwing a pitch like that? He probably hasn't thrown one all night that low.
Looked like a forkball or one of those split-fingered fastballs that he throws. See if we can see it here, Scooter.
All right.
What's this ball dip?
Oh, man.
That had to be that split-fingered fastball.
He got the bounce. You see that?
Look at this. But look at Stanley, the play that he made. I mean, he knocks the ball down and recovers in time to put the tag on Sierra. And there wasn't anybody happier than Roger.
Oh, man.
And he was there to pat his buddy on the back.
He patted him pretty hard, too. He was really excited.
I don't blame him. He knows he's in a pitching duel with Jimmy
look at
Key.
Clemens. He wanted that one. Great.
Here comes Roger.
Look at now Clemens. Look at this. There goes one whack.
Get up, my friend. Let me help you up here.
Oh, well, look at that. He drags him up, whacks him on the backside. He'll hit him again.
Chopper foul right side. Big Mo is there to pick it up. And we'll do it again. 3-2, 2 away. Roger seems to be into this game tonight.
Yes, he is.
Well, anytime the Red Sox play the Yankees, it's a different ball game. I don't care how many games you're in front or how many games you're behind. It's still a big ball game. Almost like a playoff game.
Yep.
Even Dulio gets into these games sometimes. Another pitch foul. The Yankee dugout this time. Mariano Duncan checking the ball for scratch marks. Kevin Kennedy looking on.
Foreign substance on it.
Meanwhile, Andy Fox hanging tough. Another pitch foul backing out of play. Boy, the Yankees had an opportunity in this inning. And is that the trickster?
Yep.
Is he the guy that calls the tricky plays?
I think so. Don Zimmer.
Sometimes the manager won't be the guy that's actually flashing the sign. It'll be somebody else on the bench. I would suspect it could be Zim. Anyway, it didn't work. Foul down the left field line. Still 3-2. So Clemens throwing a lot of pitches in this inning.
He has.
Not a whole lot of motion by Zimmer or Torrey. Outside ball 4, so Andy Fox hangs tough.
Good at bat for him. And look who's coming up.
Wade Boggs will be the batter. Boggs has walked both times that he's come to the plate. Now Andy Fox has got speed at first base. Pretty good base runner. And you saw Kevin Kennedy and you saw Sammy Ellis saying you got to pay attention on the infield here. You got the runner. He may take off. Yesterday, the Orioles stole a run from the Yankees with a double steal. The Yankees have done that quite a few times this year. Wade Boggs, the batter, though, batting .339. Good pitch on the outside corner.
They're the Heineken batting leaders, and there's Wade Boggs, number 7. Alomar, Knobloch, Seitzer, Bourne, and Thomas.
Well, 3 of those 7 have been at Yankee Stadium the last 2 days.
That's right.
Roger missing outside this time. That'll leave the count up at 1-1. Checks on it first. Split finger misses down low.
That'd be a good hitter to lay off that pitch. He does well with runners in scoring position.
A high ball, 3-1. Joe Girardi on deck.
I think this is another one of those almost semi-intentional walks.
Could it be one of those games that Roger has been pitching all year long? His record 3-6. Runner goes. The pitch is fouled back and out of play. The point I'm making is that his record really doesn't reflect the way that he has pitched this year,
No,
even though he's got a 3-6 record, but they haven't scored him any runs.
Right. They have not.
And Jimmy Key has only allowed 2 hits so far in this ball game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. The runner will be off. Runner goes, and the pitch is inside, ball 4. The bases are loaded. Three walks to Wade Boggs. And Joe Girardi gets a shot. I don't think Roger was giving in. I don't care if the bases are loaded or not to Wade Boggs.
You're right.
In a situation like this with Girardi on deck.
No, he got 3-1 pitch. He threw over the plate.
Now he wants to talk it over with Stanley. And a lot of life here at Yankee Stadium. First game of a 3-game set between the Yankees and the Red Sox here at Yankee Stadium. Baltimore was in for 4, and the Yankees and Baltimore split. The Yankees with a 4.5 game lead in the Eastern Division. Obviously some notes, some scouting reports. Probably on Joe Girardi. They're looking over where he hits, his tendencies. A little tapper. Naring with a strong throw to get Girardi, who moves down the line pretty good, and the Yankees miss a tremendous opportunity here in the 5th inning. We played 5. We've got a pitcher's duel. There's no score.
On Friday night, the Yankees take on the Milwaukee Brewers at 7:30, and immediately following the game, you're invited to catch Grucci's Grand Illuminations, a 6-minute pyrotechnic display presented by Thumans and the Yankees.
And Lee Tinsley leads it off here in the 6th inning with a attempted bunt.
They're going to do that Friday night after the game, and if you need tickets, call Ticketmaster at 212-307-1212, and we'll get them here at the stadium's advanced ticket window. So don't miss Grucci's Grand Illuminations Friday night here at the stadium. And once again, I apologize for saying that they were leaving town, but they're not. The headquarters remain in Brookhaven.
Oh, I'm happy about that. I was so almost distraught thinking that Grucci was leaving New York. And
it was my fault, you know.
And I thought, but when I heard you mention that they are not, and I've come back to life again.
I remember Joe McCarthy telling me, he says, don't believe anything you read in the paper, and only half of what you see.
I see.
Which is a little unusual, but
yeah.
Joe McCarthy ever always had you on your toes, and you know, not that he had Stengelism things to say that you couldn't understand, but there was a meaning to everything he said.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Tinsley, leading off here in the 6th, followed by Jeff Fry and Valentin. So what you're saying is
that don't believe everything you read in the newspapers.
Popped up down the right field line and giving chase is Martinez over by the top, and he makes a good play.
He made that look easy. That was great the way he found out exactly where he was near the tarpaulin there. With the right hand. Oh, look at that.
Hey, give a hand to the fans along the right field line. Look at them back out of the way and give Martinez a chance to make that play. They could have been in there fighting for that ball along with him.
Yep, but you pull his hands back. And look at there. Perfect.
I don't know who that man is, but nice play by the fan down the right field line.
He did look a little like Al D'Amato.
Was that Senator D'Amato?
No, it wasn't, but it looked a little like.
Oh.
It might have been.
But I know he's a big Yankee fan.
Oh, yes.
Jeff Fry batting. He's 1 for 2. One of the 2 hits by the Red Sox. Inside corner for a call strike. Now it's 1-1.
Boy,
Will, go ahead.
I was going to say he's had them off stride all night.
Well, that's his style. Boy, Jimmy Key, I just never thought I would see Jimmy pitching the way he's pitching the last 3 games. Well hit to right to Jeter, 2 down. I mean, with that serious operation that he had,
right.
And actually, the report was when he had the operation and he started his rehab that this was about the time of year that he would be coming back.
Well, that's right.
And Jimmy Key, even though he's been bothered by a little bit of stiffness in his shoulder and a leg injury, he has been almost just unbelievable. 2 away, and John Valentin takes a call strike.
Little horseplay on the bench.
Kenny Rogers and Andy Pettit. 1-1. Talking about a stiff arm, Yankees are glad that Andy Pettit seems to be all right too and has gotten by his last start in pretty good shape.
I know there's a piece in the paper. I don't know why they said it, but it almost sounded like if Pettit gets picked for the All-Star team, he might not be able to go because his arm is stiff.
Can't read half the stuff. You can't believe half the stuff you read in the paper.
Don't believe any of the stuff you read in the paper. You're right. I got to open my big mouth again.
3 balls and a strike, 2 away to John Valentin.
Two hits for each team tonight. Pitching's been great.
You know, Rogers sweating profusely, and I don't think Jimmy Key has the sweat mark on him. Another foul down the left field line. Kenny Rogers.
Hey, look. Oh, man. Look at this.
Good to join one of those Las Vegas acts. Birdie out in center.
Oh, man. That fooled everybody, including Al Clark. Jimmy Key a little upset with that.
Key thought he had him on the 3-2 pitch.
Well, you know, he called it too soon, the umpire.
And that gives Mo Vaughn a chance to hit with 2 away and 1 man on. Mo Vaughn is 0 for 2. He's flied out twice to Bernie Williams in center field. Dangerous, dangerous hitter. Inside jam shot, and
he broke that, didn't he?
Broke his bat.
Sure sounded like it. There he is, one more MVP, 350 batting average, ranks 4th, 111 hits, he's first. 24 home runs, 73 RBIs, tied for 3rd, 634 slugging percentage. Ooh, look at that, 17 homers against the Yankees. Most against any team he has faced. He has had big days and nights here at the stadium.
Obviously loves the right field porch at Yankee Stadium. But Mo is not a dead pull hitter. In fact, he's not a pull hitter. He's a straightaway hitter, and he's got the kind of power that scouts call a 8+, 9 power rating. He can hit the ball out of any ballpark, any place.
Yes, I believe that.
You can see Mo gets hit a lot on the front arm, the right arm. He's got a bunch of padding there because he sticks his elbow out over the plate. Look at that padding.
Yeah, oh,
he almost looks like a cricket player. Going outside, 2-1.
A lot of those hitters have it. Those sluggers that swing hard.
That would bother me. I don't know. Look at that padding on the elbow. And
Canseco's got it. Barry
got
Bonds.
his wrists taped up. He's ready for battle.
Sheffield has it.
Up high, ball 3 now. 3-1. Jose Canseco on deck.
Look, he kind of eyed Al Clark again on that pitch.
Now there's Jose. He's got a pad on his right arm and also on his left arm. And Jimmy Leyritz may have a pad the next time he bats. Breaking ball missing outside, ball 4. So Key not giving in to Mo Vaughn. And he will have to face Canseco. 2 men on. Talking about the Red Sox, Scooter, they've got 4 MVPs, former MVPs in this ball club. Only the third team to have 4 most valuable player guys on one ball club.
I didn't know.
Talking about active players.
Jimmy Rice, active players.
He would make 5.
Make 5. What's it?
Mitchell, Kevin Mitchell, Vaughn, Canseco, and Clemens.
I forgot they got Mitchell here. Yeah.
He's on the disabled list right now.
He's changed his stance again, Canseco. This is the 4th time he's changed his stance tonight.
Well, he's been unsuccessful twice, so this time a little bouncer up the middle, but they've got him played perfectly. Andy Fox behind second base to save a run. And Jose will be talking to himself again when he returns to the dugout. So
I thought that was a base hit. I forgot the overshift. No score. Over Key's head, right over the bag, and Fox is in. It's very easy play.
Andy Fox, who failed to put the squeeze down on the ball during a suicide squeeze play. Yankees failing to score in the 5th inning with a big opportunity. They will lead off with Paul O'Neill here in the 6th. And the breaking ball is in there for a called strike. O'Neill still can't believe Al Clark is calling strikes.
I mean, he is calling them from every possible position against O'Neill, too.
Look at him. Look at Clark.
That umpires don't like that.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I think Clark told him something. If he'd have called that a strike, he'd have climbed all over him.
He was waiting for him, wasn't he?
Yep. Well, that was a strike.
Yeah. I think, Paul, you better just choke up a bit on that bat and swing if you think it's going to be close.
Yeah, that's
now.
Right now, yep.
1 ball, 2 strikes. No score between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Bottom of the 6th.
Can you believe that? Brady Anderson has another homer, 28.
On our Nobody Beats the Wiz scoreboard. Brady Anderson. Everybody's talking about Mo Vaughn, Jose Canseco, Albert Bell. About breaking Roger Maris's single-season home run record. It may be Brady Anderson.
Would that be unbelievable?
They failed to mention his name yet.
Yep.
What is that, 28 now?
28, yeah. There's Mo.
Big Mo's got 24. And Paul O'Neill's got a base hit. Right center field, and quickly tends to get it back to the infield. So the Yankees here in the 6th inning with their leadoff man on.
He jammed him pretty good, too. He's still... Got those arms in. Got enough to get it out to the outfield.
All right, O'Neill is on at first, and Bernie, who is officially 0 for 1, flied out and walked. Only 5 base hits total in this ball game. Down low. Since Roger had arm problems, the more he pitches, the weaker he gets, and that's when he becomes vulnerable. You know, he's always thrown a lot of pitches, always pitched in a lot of innings. This is going to be a double play. 6-6-3 double play. But I think the shoulder problem has taken a toll on him.
Yeah,
he's got an awful lot of innings in that arm. And he's had been on the disabled list a few times.
Yep. Quick note here, Joe Folletta's wife Mildred is in Lee Memorial Hospital in Norfolk, Virginia. Old buddy of mine who used to cut my hair in Norfolk when I was in the Navy.
He's the one that gave you the mohawk. Right?
Yes. You have no choice, whatever they want to do to you.
Martinez 0 for 2. Two away here at the bottom of the 6th inning. The Yankees missing a wonderful opportunity in the 5th inning when they got the first 2 men on. Actually, they had runners at first and third, nobody out. Derek Jeter failed to drive a man in. Swinging a miss on a high fastball. And Andy Fox failed to execute a suicide squeeze, and before you knew it, there was 2 away with 2 men on. Roger picks out of it. Whoop! He hit him inside. So Tino's only one of the only ones that doesn't have any padding on any arm.
He gets hit,
and he's the one that gets hit. That'll give Ruben Sierra a chance to bat.
Yeah, now check Sierra out with this step in this.
All right, you brought it up on Ruben Sierra. Tino seems to be all right. Stanley will go out to talk to Roger. Well, you're talking about Sierra standing a long ways away from the plate. That's his normal stance. But you think that he's moved in a little bit now, and striding into the ball and not bending away.
Steps straight in. He did it all through batting practice. How he hit several way back with batting practice, but he did it in the game both times up. Now he was hit pretty hard.
Why is it?
Oh, that ethyl chloride. This hurts worse than when you get hit with the ball.
But Scooter, let me ask you this.
Yes.
I don't know if they did it back in your day, but I know they did it when I was around, and I see them do it all the time. The trainers, if you're hit on the arm or if you're hit on the shin or on the foot, the first thing they do is come and squeeze it.
Yeah, that's right. And it hurts.
Does that hurt? Is that where you got it?
Well, sure. You're absolutely right. Never thought of that.
Like, well, okay, you're faking it, and I want to make sure this is really something serious. Steve Donahue out there. Take nothing away from the trainers. They're great, but that's their first reaction. They'll grab you right where you're hurt or been hit. Tino seems to be all right. Now we'll focus our attention on Ruben Sierra with 2 down.
I wonder if they dare send Martinez down, try and steal. All right, now let's see Ruben. Yeah, that was straight in. He didn't. Usually, he just that right leg flies out and goes towards first base.
High and away, 2-0. Sierra was on third, back of the 5th inning when the suicide squeeze was called upon. A nice play by Stanley as he puts the tag on Ruben. No score. Nice 2-hopper to Jeff Fry at second, and the Yankees are gone here in the 6th inning. Roger Clemens and Jimmy Key dueling it out here at the stadium. Stay with us. No score. For the Macy's 4th of July fireworks spectacular, join Joey Lawrence live from the East River along with WB favorites Kirk Cameron and Tia and Tamara for America's biggest birthday bash, plus special performances by Chubby Checker. Let's do the twist, and cast members from the hit musical Grease. And don't miss the fun Thursday night at 9 right here on WB Channel 11. Rick Cerone joins us again. And yeah, we do. We read our own promos right here on the WB Channel 11. Glad to have you back, Rick.
All right, Bobby.
Hey, we've got a good pitchers duel going here tonight. as the Red Sox bat here at the top of the 7th inning. Tim Naring leads it off for the Red Sox. A little pop down the right field line, and it's going to curve foul. Boy, you'd hate to see Jimmy Key or Roger Clemens, either one, lose a ball game on some little quirky play.
Well, that's what the Yankees were trying to do with that squeeze. Runners on second and third with Andy Fox. But what a game. We billed it as a good pitching performance. Two crafty veterans going against each other. Clemens, I guess you would describe Jimmy Key as crafty, Clemens as overpowering.
And it holds true to Rogers' performance this year. No runs scored by the Red Sox when he pitches.
It's great what, talking to him before the game, that's what he said about the walks. That was what was interesting. He mentioned that he had to pitch around a lot of guys because there's so many close ball games.
Off the end of the bat, shallow center field. In fact, it's going to be Derek Jeter out on the grass that makes the play, one away.
Jimmy Key's game is to keep the batters on a rocking chair, get them out in front on their front foot, good changeup, and Naring's having a great year. But that's the whole key to Jimmy Key. Key to Jimmy Key, I like that one. But changing speeds, utilizing that sinker away from the right-hand hitters.
David Cone and Kenny Rogers having a laugh on the Yankee bench. Mike Stanley batting. Stanley 1 for 2. He made a heck of a play on that. Hi, Matilda. How are you doing? Thank you. Stanley, as I mentioned, 1 for 2, made a heck of a play on that squeeze play. Strike 1, 1-1. This time he paints the outside corner for strike 2, 1-2, and once again, a batter wanting to have a conversation with Al Clark. That's a good pitch, though.
Well, it's amazing when you see an umpire that calls strikes, how quickly the game moves along. Fewer runs are scored. He's had a big strike zone, but he's had it big all game long. One of the secretaries from inside, Matilda, came over and wants to wish a good time to Ed Tichelli. So we just want to get that out there. Have a good time at the ball game tonight, Ed.
Glad you did that. Well hit in the gap in left center field. Moving over is Sierra. He will cut it off, and a nice play by Ruben Sierra in left field will hold Mike Stanley to a long single.
Nice job by Sierra to cut off the gap in left center field. Stanley's had a nice return to Yankee Stadium with 2 hits. Goes down to get that low sinker. And look at this, playing deep in the outfield, cuts off the. Now here's another catcher that can't run too good. Joe Girardi might have been standing on second base, but a nice job by Sierra.
That'll bring up Reggie Jefferson. Low ball 1 to Jefferson. Jefferson struck out in the 5th inning. Ball hard back in the 3rd, line to Bernie Williams. Up high. Jefferson signed as a free agent back in 1995.
I remember when he first came up to the big leagues, I believe with Cleveland and Cincinnati, right? And
Seattle.
He was a switch hitter, and he's abandoned the right-handed stance, and he's strictly left-handed all the way. A trip to the mound from Mel Stottlemyre.
Uh-oh. That wouldn't be a sign of something happened to Jimmy Key, would it? Uh-oh.
I hear him say, I think I'm okay. I don't know if he pulled something. Maybe he just landed a little funny on his leg.
Quickly, Stottlemyre jumped out of the Yankee dugout and headed towards the mound. And
this isn't a good. Okay. All right. That's better.
And quickly, the Yankee bullpen starts to get busy. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it looks like he's grabbing
Something
at his side.
happened.
Sometimes you can land as a pitcher on your front heel, you know, not really get good extension.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 away here in the 7th inning to Reggie Jefferson. And the breaking ball in there on a good 2-0 pitch.
Well, that's a
take a look at it.
Different league. Watch this is the pitch prior. Let's see if he. Yeah, he's standing on the mound. Nothing really too unusual. That was the prior pitch.
Another good pitch by Jimmy Key. Now it's 2-2 to Jefferson.
No, I really didn't notice anything. But I think Joe Girardi must have saw something, because he's the one that really jumped out from behind the plate.
Up high, 3-2. So we'll check Stanley to see if he's off with this pitch at first. Jose Malave on deck for the Red Sox. Runner stays, and a good pitch by Jimmy Key. And twice he has stunned Reggie Jefferson, and twice he struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Jimmy.
That's one of those at-bats you just tip your hat to the pitcher. Jimmy Key breaks off a 3-2. Good hook. Actually stepped a little towards first base. You get frozen as a hitter. You look at fastball. There's nothing you can do to pull the trigger.
So
tip your hat.
Yeah.
Right, Bobby? Tip your hat.
Your hat.
Try to get him next time.
Jefferson takes a seat. 2 away, and Malave will be the batter. Down low and outside, ball 1. Now backing out of play. The Red Sox have a few men on the disabled list besides Will Cordero, who was their second baseman, has a fractured right tibia. So every manager having to deal with injuries amongst their roster. Kyler is on the DL along with Greenwell and Kevin Mitchell. Popped down the right field line, but will be back in the stands foul.
Well, the interesting thing too, Bobby, last year, if you think back to the Red Sox, Dan Duquette came over from Montreal, brought Kevin Kennedy with him to become the manager. They used 53 players last year. Remember how many different combinations? A guy would get hot for a month, he'd start slumping. Dan Duquette would pull a trigger, and he'd be down in the minor leagues. This year, they've already used 41 players on their roster.
Off the end of the bat, a little dunker out into right field. Base hit for Malave. Stanley will hold at second. So the Red Sox keep it alive here in the 7th. Good pitch by Jimmy Key. This is off the end of the bat.
Change up down and away. You try to pull it. It's a weak ground ball to the shortstop. Goes the other way and gets a little dunk hit. Good effort by Fox. Little slide step. You see the abbreviated motion from Jimmy Key. And that's a good time to throw a changeup with the slide step. The hitter reads the body coming quicker towards him. He jumps a little like Malave did, but he still was able to bloop the single length to right.
So Lee Tinsley gets a chance to bat. Jose Cardinal directing traffic on the infield. Strike 1. Well, we talked about the Red Sox disabled list. We've got word that Pat Kelly went 1 for 5 with a home run in his rehab assignment debut in Lakeland, Florida tonight. That's in the Gulf Coast League. Pop him up down the right field line. Paul O'Neill will be there. And the Red Sox leave a couple of men on. Jimmy Key appears to be all right. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning. No score. The Yankees coming up.
Welcome back to Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 7th, and this is the pitch that we thought that Jimmy Key might have injured himself. You see Joe Girardi jumps out from behind home plate. He noticed something. Mel Stottlemyre ran out, but he finished the inning. Get some congratulations. I don't know if he's done with the 7 innings again, but
I think he's through
sign.
because there's activity in the Yankee bullpen. Yankees batting here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Aldrete leads it off against Clemens. No score between the Yankees and the Red Sox. First game of a 3-game series. And Tino, who was hit on the arm by Clemens' fastball, gets a bit of attention from Gene Monahan, the head trainer. 1 ball, 1 strike to Aldrete. Bottom 3 for the Yankees coming up. Following Aldrete will be Jeter and then Andy Fox.
One of the reasons the Yankees have been successful and in first place this year, 1-run ball games. They're 15-4 in 1-run games, 8-1 at home. On the other side, Boston is only 8-12 in 1-run games.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And we think back to the our opening with Mike Stanley saying how Roger Clemens pitched great this year but has not gotten any run support. Look up at the scoreboard, a lot of zeros.
Foul back and out of play. Well, you've known Roger Clemens for a long time. There's the board. Only 7 hits in the game combined. No errors, no runs.
Yeah, we build this as a pitching day.
Well, anytime you talk Roger Clemens, anytime you talk Jimmy Key, you pretty much can presume this is going to be a pretty good pitcher's game. And right now we have gotten exactly what we thought. Up high, ball 3-2. But what kind? I know you've caught Roger several times. This is 1996. He's a little bit older. He's got he's had some arm problems. Can he sustain and maintain the type of velocity later on in the game like he used to?
Still carries it, Bobby. You bring up a good point. I just happened to notice in their notes his pitch count over his last 6 games: 129 pitches, 123, 143, 156. So he's going to stay out there. He's a workhorse. And you know what? Pitching is with your legs. Nobody works harder conditioning-wise than Roger Clemens. Okay, maybe the velocity's off a little bit. There's Sammy Ellis, his pitching coach, but he works awful hard to keep those legs strong, and that's why he can have pitch counts like that late in the ball game.
Aldrete sends one deep down the left field line. Going back is Reggie Jefferson up against the wall, and it's gone. Mike Aldrete puts the Yankees ahead with his 4th home run, and the Yankees now lead it 1-0 on opposite field shot.
How about Aldo? Aldo he just took a fastball from Clemens and hit it down the left field line. And that is a nice job of hitting. I mean, you don't expect Aldrete to hit the ball down the left field line like that, but he showed good power. First Yankee home run in his 4th on the season.
And only the 67th home run hit by the Yankees this year. And Derek Jeter takes a curveball in there for a called strike.
Look at, he stands off the plate, but he goes into the ball. Fastball up and away, and he gave it a good ride.
Nice play made by a fan in left field, but the Yankees got Aldrete to give him some pop and a good pinch hitter coming off the bench from the left side. And he's had a chance to start a few ball games, and he has done the job in his 4th home run this season. Aldrete, the designated hitter, that gives Ruben a chance to play in the outfield, which he's always wanted to do. Down low, ball 2-1 to Jeter.
Speaking of Sierra, I think Torre is trying to get him started somehow. He's giving him opportunities in left field, trying to get that bat going. Aldrete's pretty happy tonight.
High into right field. Alave is there to make the play. 1 away. That'll bring up Andy Fox.
Second baseman, Andy Fox.
Slider away from Clemens. Crowd got a little excited that they were going to see another opposite field home run. There's Aldretti getting a peek. Gerald Williams.
Anytime a ball goes into the air to right field, that'll bring everybody out. I mean, here at Yankee Stadium. It's like Wrigley Field, you know. When the wind's blowing out of Wrigley Field, if the ball goes up in the air, it's trouble. Andy Fox takes a strike on the outside corner. I don't know, Al would keep trying to try to convince me that he looks like Babe Ruth. I can't see it yet. Maybe one day before too long. Now it's 0-2 to Andy.
I don't see the resemblance.
Maybe Al's just looking at him in a different light than what we are.
Yes. Yeah, I think Al is looking at a different light.
Whoops. 1-2.
You know, we think back to that squeeze attempt by Fox. You know, you're always taught try to get the bat on the ball, but it was a 2-1 split finger in the dirt. He did everything possible to try to get the bat on the ball. Stanley really made a good play on it.
Outstanding play. Foul back and out of play. The count remains 1-2. Well, the only other thing I think Andy Fox could have done was to throw his body in front of it.
I don't think that's fair.
I mean, you talk about a split-fingered fastball. Now, Roger Clemens has one of the better ones in the game today. And that ball, he throws it about 88 miles an hour, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Got away with a split finger that didn't go down that time, but it's off speed enough. You know, the one thing that when I caught Clemens, one thing that was very interesting, and I never really even thought about it, he keeps a book on umpire zones. I mean, think about that. He knows. There's Kevin Kennedy. He looks like he's in a little daze, Kevin. Doesn't realize what's gone on this year. But Clemens actually keeps a book on umpires. He wants to know where their strike zone is, what he can anticipate, where they're going to give him a little extra. I thought it was something unique, and I never heard it before.
Split finger misses low. What a pitcher he has been.
3 Cy Youngs.
Oh, man. Outside at high, 3-2. Could be a sign that Roger may be getting a little bit tired now, missing up high. No activity in the Red Sox bullpen. Still activity for the Yankees, so Jimmy Key could be gone.
We just got a little tidbit. That was the last strikeout Roger Clemens had was his 2,464th K. Make that 62nd strikeout, 22nd all time. He passed Jim Cott, our broadcast partner, compadre.
Jimmy working for Madison Square Garden along with David Cohn. Kitty Cott. Kitty Cott, he can strike a few guys out, and so can this guy here, Mariano Rivera, warming up for the Yankees. So it appears that Rivera will be coming in and Key will be leaving, but the Yankees will have the lead, so Jimmy has a chance to win this ball game, and he has certainly pitched well enough to deserve it. Up high, ball 4, so Andy Fox once again has worked Roger Clemens for a walk. Second time in a row. That'll bring up Wade Boggs.
That's 6 walks on the night for Roger Clemens. That's 57 on the year. And you would anticipate Fox to run early in the count, get himself into scoring position right away. I mentioned Mike Stanley has had trouble throwing out runners this year, only 5 of 56. That is below 10%.
So get ready. There may be a Fox loose on the base pass here.
And Clemens will try to play his little games by stepping off the rubber. He's a little slow to the plate. He's tried to quick it up over the years, a little shorter stride.
There goes Andy Fox. And the throw by Stanley is not in time. In fact, it gets away from the shortstop. Fox will move to third. And he will hold up there, but more importantly, the Yankees will have another runner on at third with less than 2 outs. And that ball just skips by Valentin into center field. And it looks like Stanley will come up with a throwing error.
Michael get the throwing error. Fastball up in the strike zone, usually the best one to throw if you're a catcher, and it looks pretty good. And the ball is there. Valentin
just didn't make the play.
Did not make the play. Stanley put the ball right above the base. That ball's got to be caught if you're Valentin.
Yeah, if Valentin catches the ball and puts it on Fox, he's going to be out.
Close play at second, right, Bobby? And you know, the reason it's easier to throw the ball when the ball is up in the strike zone, you're already in position. The ball is by your shoulder height. It's easier to make the transfer and the good throw to second base.
Obviously, Kevin Kennedy out to talk to Roger Clemens. Boggs is the batter. First base is open, and Girardi is on deck. So they could set up what would appear to be the double play to get him out of the inning and pitch to Joe Girardi.
Well, you really have to, if you're Kevin Kennedy, take your poison. If you walk Boggs and Boggs doesn't hit into the double play, you're facing Girardi and O'Neill. There's the play at second base. Valentin, the ball is tailing back into Fox from that angle. See the ball up, it's easier to throw. Looks like he puts it on the money, but it just had a little tail, and they are going to walk Boggs intentionally.
This will be the 4th walk by Wade Boggs in this ballgame. I think that's a pretty good play. Girardi, who is 0 for 3 tonight and has hit the ball on the ground 3 times and has already hit to the shortstop side twice.
Good contact hitter, though, Bobby. You could put the hit and run on, even though it's 1st and 3rd.
And you could do the suicide squeeze again. He's a pretty good punter.
That's the thing that the Yankees have established early this season. They're willing to do anything they can to get a runner home. 116 pitches, not that many for Roger. We just talked about 145, 139. He works a lot of pitches in the course of a ball game.
And a silent bullpen right now, but runners at 1st and 3rd for the Yankees. 1 away. They lead at 1-0 now. And the suicide squeeze is on. Girardi puts it to Mo Vaughn. Fox comes on to score, and the Yankees lead it 2-0.
Just what we were talking about, Bobby. You could do little things with Girardi at the plate. That's why he's hitting 2nd in the order. Yankees somehow find ways to get runners home. That looked almost like a safety squeeze. Up to Girardi to see if it's a strike. It is. He makes Vaughn field it. No chance at the plate. RBI bunt for Joe Girardi. Nice job. See how he just catches the ball with the bat. Didn't try to push it towards Vaughn at first base.
And a good play by pushing it towards the first base line, simply because Vaughn's got to hold that runner on, and he can't be coming in expecting a bunt. So the Yankees now lead at 2-0. O'Neill takes one low and inside. Boggs moves to second. Yankees lead it 2-0 over the Red Sox here in the 7th inning. Pitch up high, ball 2-0. Wade Boggs, who has walked 4 times in the game so far.
I think,
but he's yet to score.
Has yet to score. I don't think he's only fouled off 1 ball. I think he's only swung the bat 1 time tonight.
Is that respect or is that a good eye?
Well, Clemens is trying to get him to go out of his little cocoon, and he's not going to come outside of that cocoon. He's going to stay there.
Chicken.
Not when you eat chicken.
2 balls and a strike to Paul O'Neill. You stay right in that cocoon. And shot into shallow center field, but Tinsley is there waiting for it, and the Yankees are gone, but they pick up a couple of runs. Highlighted by an Eldreddy leadoff home run here in the 7th inning. We'll go to the top of the 8th, and the Yanks lead it now 2-0. Nobody beats the Wiz. And back at the stadium here at the top of the 8th inning, Don Zimmer and Joe Torre talking it over, and the Yankees lead it 2-0 over the Sox. Mariano Rivera, the new pitcher, Rick.
And first time he was roughed up all year, gave up the home run to Palmeiro. 3-1 record, almost perfect. Look at batters are only hitting 181 against him. 63 strikeouts, only 35 hits allowed in 55 innings. And right here, he's in the most important spot, trying to bridge the gap from the starter to the closer. He's done a great job all year.
So he's in for only 1 inning is what you're saying, right?
Pretty much.
Wetland would come in the 9th.
And you have the top of the order. He'll have to face Valentin and Vaughn, and if he doesn't get them out, Canseco in this inning. So maybe even more important outs in this inning than what Wetland will have to face in the 9th.
Well, Jeff Fry leads it off for the Red Sox. Strike 1 to Fry quickly. Fry is 1 for 3. He's the leadoff hitter. He'll be followed by Valentin and then the Big Mo. One ball, 1 strike from Rivera.
This is a little different for Mariano. Usually comes in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. He's been working a lot of 3-inning performances. He can concentrate on getting the 8th inning now.
High fly ball, shallow center field. Jeter waves everybody away, and there's 1 down. Well, let me ask you something. Does it always have to be, say, if Rivera is coming in blowing everybody away, do you have to bring that closer in the 9th inning? Why wouldn't you let him pitch 1 more inning?
I know, but that's his responsibility. Eventually, someday, he will be the closer of this team.
But that's not what I'm saying. No. I'm saying, why is it always well designed that Rivera will set Wetland up and he will pitch the 6th and 7th, or the 7th and 8th inning, and then turn it over to Wetland? I don't know. Base hit by Valentin. It just seems like that's just the way that it is designed to be, and that's the way it's going to be no matter what.
Well, there's specialty situations that have occurred. You know, the setup guy, the left-hander specialist. Here you see Valentin takes the fastball out away from him, drives it right back up the middle. The game has become specialized. What a great delivery Rivera has. It's very compact. And it doesn't look like he has any effort to throw that fastball.
Well, here we go, because we got Mo Vaughn, who is a tremendous fastball hitter, and Rivera, a fastball pitcher. 1 man on, 1 out. Yankees lead it 2-0. And a base hit for Mo Vaughn. Valentin will round second. He'll go to third. And the Red Sox have runners at first and third. Only 1 out, and Canseco coming to the plate. That's just pure power. That's just pure strength by Mo Vaughn to be able to take that ball and get it through the infield before somebody gets to it for a base hit.
Shattered his bat again, but he's strong enough, like you said, to muscle the ball through the infield. He uses a 36, 38-ounce bat, one of the bigger bats in the American League. He shatters that one, but he gets the base hit.
All right, the Yankees can still get out of this with a double play. Canseco is the batter. Canseco 0 for 3. He struck out and hit the ball on the ground twice. Right down Broadway, 0-1.
I heard you and Scooter talking about the different stance. Well, he's got number 4 or 5 today. He just wants to get a read of the velocity of the fastball. It's going around the league. 90% fastballs from Rivera. But he dares you. He's right on top of the plate. Come on in here with that fastball.
He's a bit of a showman, too. He's got some Hollywood in him. A big Canseco swing and a miss. Strike 2, 0-2.
It's always been you wanted to take his arms away from him. Don't let him get extension. You see how that ball in the inside part of the plate ties him up?
He is so big and strong through the shoulder. A lot of people think that Jose has put on a little bit too muscle. too much muscle, that is, and he's not flexible enough. A high flat fastball foul back and out of play. The count remains 0-2. And Rivera not paying any attention to Mo Vaughn at first. I wouldn't expect Mo to take off, but he could.
Cecil had one this year. First one of his career.
The element of surprise.
Yeah, but you better not get thrown
out. Is right. Yankee fans are alive here at the stadium. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a high fastball, and Rivera blows Canseco away.
I'll tell you, he is not intimidated by the whole Canseco mystique. He's up there daring him to throw the fastball. He says, yeah, all right, here it comes. We're going to just go up the ladder on you. Start right down the middle, work your way up. That ball's by him. You could see from that camera, the first base camera, the ball is past him when he started his swing.
You're not going to believe it, but Jose Canseco is only 32 years old tomorrow. I thought he was a lot older than that. Tim Naring takes the ball up high. We've heard so much about Jose for so many years, seems like. But he's only 32 years old. And he's got a bad back. Tough hitter in Tim Naring. He did not go around, says Honora first. So it's 2 balls and no strikes to Naring.
See the check swing, the head goes, but the bat stayed there. He didn't swing. No, he's umpiring too. Everybody becomes an umpire. Catchers do it, coaches do it.
2 balls, no strikes. Now it's 3-0. On deck is Mike Stanley.
Well, you don't want to bring Stanley up in the bases loaded situation. He's been a tremendous hitter his entire career with the bases loaded. Come back and get Naring.
Ball 4, so the bases are loaded for Mike Stanley.
I mentioned in his career a 376 lifetime with the bases loaded. This year he's 4 for 10 again, hitting 400 with the bases loaded. He just loves to hit in this situation.
So intentionally walk him and then walk 1 run in, right? And the Yankees are still leading 2-1. Is that correct? This is Reggie Jefferson.
I've seen some strange things. I don't think they'll do that.
No, I don't think so either. But Stottlemyre will go to the mound to talk to Rivera. You think he's out there saying, now look, hey, here's what Mike Stanley does with the bases loaded. Be careful.
High fastball. They're trying to go over a little report on him.
Mariano doesn't speak a whole lot of English, but more than Mendoza. Checking the runners. That's Valentin at third. Mo Vaughn down at second. And Naring now on at first base. 2 away. Yankees lead at 2-0. And Rivera is high again for a ball.
Yeah, it seems like the strike zone's getting a little smaller. Balls at the belt are called high. You don't want to get this guy in a cripple fastball situation where he can just sit on fastball all the way, which he's going to do against Rivera anyway.
And this could be the ball game. And Stanley chases the ball out of the strike zone. So it's 1-1.
Fastball a little bit up. Like you said, that's kind of Mike's power.
Yeah.
When he's hitting the ball to right center field, that's where he likes the ball. The outfield has to play awful deep to respect Stanley's power. A base hit single scores 2 and you have a tie ball game.
Yeah, that ball that's up and out over the plate. Another pitch up. Now it's 2-1. Look at this.
Yeah, 376 with 8 salamis. Whew.
I didn't say it, you did. Timeout is called now.
That's the past. That's his lifetime. Eight career grand slams, 376 hitter. He just thrives on it.
Good swing by Stanley, and he fouls it back on a play, and I think he felt like that was his pitch.
Yeah, he's got 2 of them so far this at bat. That's not good if you're a hitter, because you said, oh, I got 2 good pitches, 2 great rips at it, and I didn't put it in play. We are seeing the hitters put the ball in play, or at least foul it off against Rivera now, whereas early in the year they were just swinging right through it.
Fans on their feet. They want the strikeout. And they get it. Rivera strikes out Stanley with the bases loaded. And the crowd goes wild here at the stadium. The Yankees lead it 2-0.
We go back to last inning. Mariano Rivera, bases loaded against Mike Stanley. 2-2 pitch. Fastball right by him. What a pitch. Challenged him 3 times. Gets Stanley and Canseco, and you see the reaction in the Yankee dugout. Look at following the ball. Zim with a little excitement on the bench. David Cone.
Well, a job well done by Mariano Rivera, striking out 2 key men in that inning after he loaded the bases up. We got big Jose Canseco and then Mike Stanley, 2 dangerous hitters. Mike Stanton, Rick, will come on to pitch here in the 8th inning.
Mike Stanton, we remember him from his Atlanta Brave days. 44 innings, 46 hits, 39 strikeouts. He's a power pitcher. Good fastball, slider, changeup. He'll come right after you. He's not scared. He'll go right after you with his fastball. One thing you do, you turn Bernie Williams around, who's a much better hitter from the right side. See a little discussion in the Yankee dugout.
Well, is Mariano through? I guess we see Wetland in the 9th inning. Maybe that's what they're discussing. I don't know. But Bernie leads it off here in the 8th inning for the Yankees against Stanton, and Stanton delivers outside for a ball. Bernie on the evening is officially 0 for 2 with a walk. 27,734 on hand tonight. Seems like a low crowd for a Yankee Red Sox game. Base hit, Bernie leading off here in the 8th. And as you mentioned, Rick, Bernie is a much better hitter from the right side.
He's becoming automatic. There's Wetland warming up in the bullpen. 432 hitter from the right side of the plate. Bernie Williams with 10 home runs. Cody's just got to get out of the house. Look at him. He's nuts.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing, but he is. It was Rogers who was doing that to Cone, I think, earlier. Now he's returning the favor. And Kenny, this is a setup. There's no doubt it's a setup because Gerald is there setting up Kenny Rogers while David Cone does the trick on him.
Yeah, I think it's Duncan.
Oh, is that Duncan?
Yeah, that's part of the scheme. It's like the sting operation.
Get his attention.
And then we abuse him. And he doesn't know anything's up there.
Obviously, it's not Gerald Williams because he's going to hit for Martinez.
And I can guarantee you that it's Leyritz, too, is involved. Leyritz is involved in this scheme somehow. But Martinez, remember, he got hit in the arm. We saw the wrap that Gene Monahan put in, so Gerald Williams will go in and pinch hit.
So Gerald Williams pinch hitting, batting .318, 5 home runs, 25 RBIs. Yankees lead it 2-0 here at the bottom of the 8th inning. Nobody out.
Bobby, a little speculation. I would think with Martinez out of the ball game, you could move Boggs to first to play. I don't think Joe Torre would want to give up his designated hitter spot with Aldretti, who's normally a first baseman.
Inside. Possibly could Leyritz play first base?
Leyritz could play first base. No, it finally finds out.
Oh, sure.
Can't get it off. Dave, I have nothing to do with that. You know, I'm innocent. And again, this is an opportunity. You could put Bernie Williams in motion. Try to get yourself. This is the go-go Yankees now. Not the Bronx Bombers, but the Burners. They like to steal bases.
And Stanton likes to throw back to first base. If you don't have a good move, you got to be persistent.
Yeah, you hope that they're going to start on your first move and you'll pick somebody off.
Or at least to throw off their timing. Ground ball left side, could be two. Valentin will only get one as he forces Williams at second.
New York Yankees baseball is brought to you by Heineken. True to the original recipe since 1886. Nice job by Rivera. You know, a little trouble. Gave up the home run to Palmeiro. It's good to get back on that mound.
And he got himself into trouble there in the 7th inning, but he pitched out of it. That's important. And now Stanton will have to worry about Gerald Williams at first. Ruben Sierra, the batter. Ruben 1 for 3. So Ruben will turn around and bat from the right side for the first time tonight. I think from the right side, Ruben bails a little bit more than he does from the left side with that front foot.
Yeah, but it's funny. He does do that, but yet he still has plate coverage. Because he's driven some balls home run in Cleveland. We think back to, he drives some balls to right center field. I think he's closer to the plate batting right-handed.
There's a pitch on the outside corner. Of course, that's where everybody is trying to pitch Ruben on the outside, knowing that he's bailing away.
See, strides, gets way out in front. Way, like you say, pulls in the bucket. Now, you know, I picked up his bat the other day in the clubhouse, and I thought it was a Yankee giveaway bat. It had an NY on it.
This one has an NY on it.
That's the one. I thought it. You know how they give away the bats on bat day? And I saw it there, and I said, is this a, wow, I never saw these as giveaway.
With the,
said, no, this is my bat. Look, see, it's got the Yankee logo right at the top. It's a company out of California. He loves the wood. I thought it was a giveaway item.
Outside corner, strike 2.
There it is. You could just barely see. See on the backside. It's got the Yankee. It's got the Yankee logo. It's driving our camera guys crazy.
Not hard to do.
Dulio's a little cuckoo as it is. But really, Bobby, I picked up the bat. I thought it was.
You got to stop giving Dulio your old pants too. I can tell you that. Way outside, ball 2, 2 and 2. Please don't do it anymore.
No more. But I guess this has been Clemens' season in a nutshell tonight. Pitches great baseball. He's on the losing side again.
True to form for Roger Clemens. Popped up right side. Fry going back, coming in is Malave, and it's going to be Fry, so 2 away. And Aldretti is due up. Aldretti will get a chance to hit against the left-hander.
Well, one of the reasons he is a backup first baseman. You know, the other move that we come to anticipate is Gerald Williams to go in for defensive purposes in left field. So with the little injury to Martinez, it affects the entire defensive situation for the Yankees in the ninth.
Aldretti got the Yankees out in front with that home run, his 4th of the year, leading off in the 7th inning off of Clemens.
Rich Garces warming up from the Red Sox bullpen. There's Herm Starrett, one of my former coaches when I was with the Milwaukee Brewers.
Good guy.
Began the season this year. There's the bat. Look at this. He's looking at the bat. Turn it the other way. Turn it. Go ahead. A little bit more. Right there. There's the Yankee logo.
What's the name on that bat? Gomar? Or?
Gopar, I think
Gopar?
it is. It's a company in California.
And they've got Williams picked off. And the rundown begins. And watch out. Don't run into Mo. So Williams not stealing here in the 8th inning. Yankees are gone. We'll go to the top of the 9th inning. Yankees lead it 2-0. And coming up for the Red Sox, Jefferson, Malavey, and Tinsley. All has been brought to you by New Miller Beer, the brand new beer from Miller with big flavor that goes down easy. By the new Sunoco MasterCard that can earn you free Sunoco gasoline. Call 1-800-4-SUNOCO to apply. By Toyota, I love what you do for me, Toyota. By McDonald's, the official break of the Olympic Games. And by your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. There's only one Jeep, and it's only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. What in the... Look at that moon. I mean, what is that in the middle of the moon there? What is that little thing there? I mean, that's not Gerald Williams. That little white dot, what was that?
I don't know. It almost looked like a big orange.
Man, oh man.
Now,
so Gerald Williams goes in and plays left field for the Yankees.
This is just what we were talking about, speculating a little bit. There's no designated hitter, and it only becomes a bad case scenario if the Red Sox score 2 runs and it's a tie ball game.
Wetland comes on to try to record the save. Reggie Jefferson, the batter. You're talking about Aldretti playing first base.
Aldretti goes to first base. He was the designated hitter. Gerald Williams stays in the game to left field. Sierra comes out of the game, and the Yankees do not have the designated hitter anymore.
That shouldn't bother Joe Torre, but the only problem that would pose would be the fact that the Red Sox had either tied it up or went ahead.
It's a non-issue unless they score.
At this time.
And Wetland has been 19 in a row consecutive saves. He's got the margin of error, 1 run to work with tonight. And what a big difference, Bobby, in his numbers. Isn't it amazing? When he has this luxury of the 1 run, he's got a 2-run lead now, so he can give up 1. The hitters are hitting like 395 in these situations, but yet only 177.
2-2 now to Jefferson.
Yeah, like 177 when he comes into a 1-run game.
Yeah, it's like, well, okay, I'll give up the home run and bring it a little bit closer, and then I'll shut him down. We've got Jefferson, Malavey, and Tinsley due up here in the 9th. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Jefferson now strikes out for the 3rd time in this game. Twice against Jimmy Key, and now Wetland.
I'll tell you what, the Red Sox hitters, they had to face Jimmy Key early in the day. Change-ups, 85 miles an hour. Last 2 innings, they've had to tune it up a bunch because they have Rivera and Wetland throwing 90+.
This is Jose Malavey.
I think Wetland also tied the major league record for saves in a month with 15 saves in June.
Popped him up into right field. O'Neill puts it away, and there's 2 down. Already the Orioles have beaten Toronto this afternoon 7-4. So if the Yankees win, they will maintain that 4.5 game lead. Who's this, O'Leary?
Looks like Troy O'Leary pinch hitting for Tinsley.
Number 25.
2 down here in the top of the 9th inning. Yankees lead it 2-0, and Troy O'Leary pinch hitting for Tinsley. Don Wetland trying to save this game for Jimmy Key. Look at that breaking ball. That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's when you're sitting on the bench for 9 innings. You say, oh, this guy's throwing hard. I'm going to jump on the first fastball. The only thing he crosses you up, he throws you a slider first pitch, and you swing at one that bounces.
It was so good that Girardi couldn't hold on to it. And one more. This time he misses.
Pretty much straight away in the outfield and in the infield for Troy O'Leary. Pretty good fastball hitter.
This should be it. Popped up to Williams in left field, and the Yankees win it 2-0. I don't care what you say, this has been a good game on both sides, and the Yankees come out on top in this first game of a 3-game set against the Red Sox. Roger Clemens and Jimmy Key dueled it out through 7, and then it was turned over to the Yankee bullpen. Mike Aldrete with the home run. That's the winning run for the Yankees. Let's take another look at the last out, Rick.
Fastball. He had shown him 2 breaking balls. Tinsley a little late on the fastball. Nice ball game for the Yankees.
And we'll be back. Well, back at the stadium now. Here's the Jeep game summary as the Yankees beat the Red Sox 2-0. And not a whole lot, but it came in the 7th inning for the Yankees. Aldrete led it off with a solo home run, and then Girardi with an RBI sacrifice bunt, our squeeze play, suicide squeeze play. And that's where the trouble started for Roger Clemens. This is Aldrete's home run in the 7th inning, going the opposite way. And that was all the Yankees needed. Jefferson runs out of room, and at that point the Yankees led it 1-0. And the Yankees win it 2-0. We'll be back with the wrap-up right after this. Yankee Stadium, the final score once again, the Yankees taking it to the Red Sox 2-0 in this first game of a 3-game set. Be sure to join us for our next Yankee telecast. That's tomorrow at 7:30 against these same Red Sox. Now stay tuned for Channel 11 News at 10. For Rick Cerone, the Scooter, Phil Rizzuto, I'm Bobby Murcer, and we will see you tomorrow night. Have a good evening.